Yes guys, good evening to all. This evening I will do a video of Holy Innocents. Once again, this is at Ayshford and St. Thomas. This is the Holy Innocents Primary School over here, which was once Holy Innocents Girls School. So this was the girls' school, Holy Innocents. And this school was taught by some great teachers, such as Mr. Lester Vaughan, the guy who wrote the National Pledge. He was the principal of the school, and also Miss Orsi Springer, who died last month, a few months ago, or late last year, December last year. And also, it was taught by Mr. Ray Podash as well, and also taught by Miss Holder, who was also the principal at Holy Innocents. So I'm here again at Holy Innocents in the beautiful, serene parish of St. Thomas here in Barbados, which is in the center of the island. You can see the basketball court over here. So this is the road leading to Harrison's Cave and Welchman Gully. And again, Harrison's Cave runs all underground here. So this is Holy Innocents Church above here, which I'll be heading to shortly. So bottom here is Ayshford, long road, Ayshford, and down at the bottom here will be Well. That will lead you back to Jack in the Box Gully. Yeah. So this is our open lot for sale here. So I will take you guys around Holy Innocents Church and School once again. This is the church here. I will take you guys to the school first. Show you guys the school building here with the mural graphic on it that was done by Miss June Connell in 2005. Depicting the heart of Barbados, which is this parish, St. Thomas. You can see the windmill here at Sturgis Plantation. Everything here is in St. Thomas. The monkey is at Welchman Gully in St. Thomas. The windmill is Sturgis Plantation in St. Thomas. You can see the villages in St. Thomas, and you can see the Welchman Gully in St. Thomas. Bottom is Holy Innocents 2 students being taught by Mr. Lester Vaughan, who was the principal here at Holy Innocents back in the 1940s and 1950s. And a grandparent here holding the child. So this is the epic mural on the school building. So this is where all my family from my mother's side received their secondary education. My family from my mother's side, such as my first two aunts, my grandmother, and so on, received their primary education here at Holy Innocents. under Mr. Vaughan, who was the principal here back in the 1950s and 1960s. Lester Vaughan was also the organist at Holy Innocents at one point. So he was the principal of, Lester Vaughan was the principal of Holy Innocents Primary School back in the 1950s and 1960s. Lester St. Clair Vaughan, SCM, means Silver Crown of Merit, for those of you who don't know what SCM stands for. And he was also the organist at Holy Innocents Church as well at one point. Yes guys, down here will be Ayshford Long Road, and this is the pedestrian crossing for the school students. So again, this pavement here at outside of Holy Innocents Church, this pavement here was placed outside of Holy Innocents Church and school between late 2013 and early 2014, so that pedestrians that are walking the road don't have to be dodging traffic. Once upon a time, all this church wall here was all in the road. It was all in the road, but then when they were paving it, they had to push back the church wall and place the pavement here so that pedestrians can now walk freely along this road. So I will take you guys in the churchyard shortly. So yes guys, this is the road to Harrison's Cave and Welchman Gully, the two main attractions in St. Thomas, which is along this road here. You have Harrison's Cave, which is just above here, and Harrison's Cave runs all under here. That is why it is said that when service is going on in the church, that the organ from the church vibrates into the cave. So Holy Innocents Church was built in 1831 and rebuilt in 1838 and dedicated in 1839. So this church has two cemeteries now, one in the churchyard and one on the opposite side of the road. So the one in the churchyard is filled now, but they have to bury the people on the opposite side, which is over here. So this is where most of my family are now buried, over here. I still have one or two in this churchyard, but most of them are buried over here. Only people that will get buried here in this cemetery here is people that have by graves or something. But other than that, they bury them in the cemetery over here. Take a walk through the church now once again. So this is all the churchyard here. This is the Gooding tomb here. Mildred Gooding from 1903 to 1974. Beloved wife of W.T. George Gooding and W.T. George Gooding 1903 to 1977 and Jeffrey Gooding 1935 to 2014. This is the Gully tombs here. So most of my family are buried here at Holy Innocents. For my mother's side, my great aunt. So I have lots of ancestors lying in this churchyard. Lots of ancestors I have laying in this churchyard here at Holy Innocents. This is the Smith tomb once again. The Smith grave. This is Carrington, John W. Carrington, who died the 22nd of January 1889 at age 53 years. And this is the grave in memory of Walter Phillips Smith, who died in June, the 16th of June 1918 at the age of 82. And his wife Elizabeth Hines Stratman, who died 24th of October 1914 at the age of 76. So this is the Smith tomb here. Walter Coddington Carrington Smith and Beatrice Lyle Smith. Yes guys, most of my ancestors from my mother's side. This is one of my aunts, which is my mother's second sister, and my great aunts and great uncles, and My great-grandmother and great-grandfather are all laid to rest here at Holy Innocents, and I have one great-aunt remaining who sings in the choir. She's the only one I have remaining. This is the school building here again, which was the girls' school originally. Now it is Holy Innocents Mid School. You can see the bell in the belfry here. Holy Innocents. This is the bell here. My great uncle Gorman Levine was the bell ringer here at Holy Innocents once upon a time before he moved on to Christ the King, the Church of Christ the King at Rockdundo out Carefield side in St. Michael. He was the bell ringer here. He used to attend church here. As I said before, most of my family from my mother's side was brought up in this church. This is my great aunts, my great uncles, and some of my cousins. And this is the vicarage here, where the priest used to live. Saint Reverend Light was the priest here. I haven't seen any or heard about any priest living here. They probably think they probably use it for functions. This green building here is the multi-purpose center for Holy Innocents. So this is the belfry here, where the bell is. The bell used to be in here before, in the steeple here, but in 1990 they took it down and placed it in here. And this is all the churchyard. So again, Harrison's Cave runs all under here. That is where it is said that when service is going on here at Holy Innocents, that the organ from the church vibrates into the cave. This is the church here. I had to drink some water just now. If you're thirsty. This is the church vicarage here. And the church belfry and the church here. So this church underwent repairs, I think around 2008 or so. And this plaque here is the sacred memory of the following families: William Green, John, and Elizabeth Meeks, William and Walter Daniel, Leonora and Alvin Daniel, and the Glasgow family. May they rest in peace. So let's go to the Daniels. This church is filled with the Daniels family, the Daniels from Jutes, which is also a kind of a relative. They are not the direct relatives, but they are relatives to one of my relatives, and they are filled. That is a popular family in this church, and they are all later rested. The Daniels, the Drakes, the Caves, the Levines, all them is kind of family to me. This is the tomb here for Hudson DeCosta Drake, who was the headmaster and head teacher and organist of Holy Innocents Church. He was the organist of Holy Innocents Church and the head teacher at Holy Innocents Primary School. He was born March 14, 1935 and died March 27, 2016. So he laid to rest here. Like I said before, they don't really lay people to rest here. This is the Connell here, Irma Udeline Connell, nee Brooks. The Brooks is another famous family in this parish. And the Mears as well, which is also my family. And the Nurse Tomb. So this is Holy Innocents Anglican Episcopal Church here at Ayshford and St. Thomas. Holy Innocent was built on lands given by the owners of Ayshford Plantation, and it was built in the shape of a cross. This is the Cave tomb here. All the Cave family buried inside here. The Banfield tomb here. Yes, guys. Yeah. So this is Holy Innocents Church, and now I'm back in the road now. So this is a brief history of the church here. And this is the former Vickers Club. The Vickers Club, which was the boys' school for Holy Innocent, was on this property here, which later became the Vickers Club, where they used to hold dances and so on for the church. And then they eventually knocked it down. So this wall here between where the Vickers Club was and where the Cricket Pavilion is known as the line, which takes you back to Bryan's Road and Welchman Hall, St. Thomas. Yes, guys. All Holy Innocents Church and School area at Ayshford in St. Thomas. Thanks again for watching now. Again, this is the cemetery over here on the other side of the street. Thanks for watching once again, and have a blessed evening.